What is going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again on Tuesday. Coming off a solid night last night. Most of the plays really returned a ton of value last night. Eric Bledsoe with a solid night, getting 5 times value. Andrew Wiggins, though, he went absolutely off. He was like unconscious on the field. Scored 51 DraftKings points. Great value there. Then Dwight Howard was a man amongst boys down low. He had like 6 blocks. Returned some good value with 49 DraftKings points. Jerian Grant, I think he got 53 DraftKings points or so. Crazy good night from him. Returned a ton of value, like 10 times value almost, or maybe even more. Not sure, but he had a crazy good night. That game ended up going to double OT, but he was like still doing absolutely amazing before the double OT. I think he only scored like 2 points in both OTs, honestly. I probably just favored DeMarcus Cousins more than anyone in that game. So that kind of sucked, I guess. But those plays really returned a lot of value. Also, Alec Burks, the Dollar Tree play of the day, ended up getting like 10 times value, maybe even, no, it's probably less, actually like 7 times value or so. So great value there. But then we had John Wall. Really disappointing night. Ended up coming out after I made my video that he was sick. He didn't go through shoot around, but he was still listed as probable. So I figured he was fine, just maybe like a cold or something like that. But then it came out that he had migraines and he was a game time decision after the lock. So I was kind of panicking. I was like, screw me. Why didn't I pivot off him? But he ended up playing. So I was like, all right, here we go. Had a great start to the game. Put up like 11 points, 4 assists pretty early on in the game. But then after that, just couldn't hit anything. When just like disappeared from the game. Absolutely sucked in the second half. Similar to what he did to me the other night when he had a horrendous first half and then had a great second half. So it was pretty much flip-flopped. And the Wizards couldn't get anything going somehow against the Mavericks of all teams. Ended up getting blown out, so he didn't play the last 4 minutes. So it was disappointing on that sense. John Wall, his migraine ended up giving me a migraine last night. So that was this really sucky. But all the other guys really returned a lot of value, so I hope you ran out those other guys. And also, I mentioned Greg Monroe. He was chalky, but I mentioned him on my Twitter. If you follow me there, you saw that I tweeted out that I was all aboard the Greg Monroe train with a little Harry Potter gif of him on the train. So pretty solid night. Ended up scoring 301 DraftKings points with John Wall in the lineup. So if he just had his normal good game against a very bad defensive point guard in Dennis Smith Jr., which he got 51 DraftKings points against the first time, we probably hit around 320 to 330 DraftKings points. So disappointing there, but still a good night. But we're back here again on Tuesday. Enough about last night. We got to get into tonight. I got my top 5 plays and my Dollar Tree play of the day. Sorry for uploading a little bit later. Ended up getting like some kind of like food allergy last night. I've never had anything like that in my life. I got like a scratch on my face and all these like friggin' bumps that started showing up on my face. So didn't get to sleep very early. I kind of like was panicking about it, hoping that it would just go away because it was there like for a while. But we're all good. I'm making the video, so I'm still alive. But let's just get into it. Drop a like though on the video if you're ready to go and got anything out of value from my plays yesterday. Hope those help you out. So let's just get into it. This is an interesting slate. Not nearly as much value on the board. We had some good news though, with an injury with Porzingis and Kyle Quinn out tonight. So that can honestly open up some value. But let's just dive into it. LaMarcus Aldridge is going to be my first guy. When I first looked at the slate, I just gravitated to Aldridge. I think he's going to have a big game here against the Cavs without Kawhi Leonard, who really went off against this Cavs team last year. So Aldridge is going to take the burden yet again in this game. High volume shooting. Hasn't been able to really get it going from the field the last 2 games, but Toronto, very tough matchup. Indiana, not a tough matchup. Just really couldn't get anything going, I guess, in that game. But against Cleveland here, think he'll bounce back in San Antonio. It should be a higher scoring game than they kind of have slated for it. Cleveland just been playing in high scoring affairs. Not much defense, with Aldridge being the number 1 go-to guy by far on this team. I really like him, considering his usage and also some more possible rebounds. With Paul Gasol out of this game, he can easily get a double-double and really return a lot of value in this game, especially if he gets hot from the field like he did against Brooklyn. Like, he can honestly get like 30-plus points, 10 plus rebounds, a few blocks. So really has good upside. Even though his price is up a little bit at 8,700, I still like him a lot. So lock him in there. I'm going to try to put him at the center position actually, because I got a lot of forwards here on this slate. Throw him there at center. So next up though, we got Aaron Gordon. Another guy that has two different positions. You can put him at small forward, power forward. So that's good for some versatility in our lineup. But at 8,100, against Sacramento, a team that really struggles down low, think he can get it done here. They are in a back-to-back, so they're kind of going to those younger guys of Willie Cauley-Stein and probably Scow, Abissari, whatever, starting at the power forward. Both those guys aren't that great defensively, so Aaron Gordon can definitely take advantage of them down low. Also, this has been really bad from the field over the last week or so. Think he'll be able to bounce back here. He's had a nice little day off, maybe to get a shot to kind of get a little bit hotter in the spot. I don't think he can go like 100 games in a row with just missing every shot. He's definitely capable of getting it done, though. He has those huge games randomly. I think this can be one of those huge games, and he's been much better in Orlando this year. Like, if you look at the shooting percentage, 50% at home compared to 39% on the road, so he definitely feels more comfortable here in Orlando. Like, a huge discrepancy between the fantasy points per game, so I think he can reach that upside that he has shown again in this spot. Just the usage is so big, kind of similar to LaMarcus Aldridge without Vucevic out. So he's playing great minutes, shooting like almost like 20 times per game. He's still getting the rebound. So if he can just get some shots to drop in this game, can have a huge game. So I like him. And honestly, the assists have been going up a little bit just because the ball is in his hands a lot more. So lock him in there. I think he'll be able to get over 40 DraftKings points. And let's get on to the next guy. I mentioned that Porzingis is out for tonight, so it's probably going to be the Michael Beasley show tonight. When this guy's on the court, he just forgets everyone else is there and just goes into scoring mode. A freak this year, having huge games, and without Porzingis and O'Quinn, should be able to get over 30 minutes. Honestly, like, they're very weak or very slim. Besides that, in depth without those two guys, because those are the two guys who he's really competing with. 4 minutes, maybe Enes Kanter gets a little bit of a bump. I mean, not maybe. He will get a little bump in minutes, but that will be interesting to see. Maybe he has a good game, but I think Michael Beasley is going to get it going here. Like, if he keeps that tear going that he had like 2 weeks ago, he can honestly have a huge game here. Not an ideal matchup, but this game should be faster paced. Hopefully New York can keep it somewhat competitive so they don't go to the bottom of their barrel depth in this game. But for Michael Beasley, 5,500 with those injuries or those guys out, he's going to be shooting the ball a lot. They're going to need some scoring. Tim Hardaway will be shooting a bit more as well. So 5,500 for Michael Beasley. Nice little price. I think he'll be able to get over 30 DraftKings points. And if he just gets unconscious like he has been able to this year, he could go for 40 plus. Some nice value here. Lock him in, but he's definitely going to be chalky with that news coming out. Keep in mind. So for my next guy, we're going to go with Hollis-Jefferson, another forward. I mentioned all the forwards I'm having in here. 6,300 against Carmelo Anthony. I think he can definitely get it done in this matchup. They should go to him a bit more like they did against the Thunder earlier. He threw up 15 shots in that game, 30 DraftKings points. Could have been even better. He only got 4 rebounds. Normally he gets around like 7 rebounds a game. So a little bit disappointing there. I think he'll be able to get a few more rebounds, and he'll be the go-to guy in this matchup against the Thunder because they're so good defensively everywhere else, besides really Carmelo Anthony. So Hollis-Jefferson will be the go-to guy in this spot. 6,300 should be an up-tempo game. And like I said, they should go to Hollis-Jefferson a lot. So I like him here at 6,300. Another guy that has big upside because when his rebounds are going up, he can fill it up in multiple categories with a rebound. He can get some assists. He's a pretty active defensive end as well. So I like him in this spot. Great play. Lock him in there. So those are the first 4 guys. Aaron Gordon, Michael Beasley, LaMarcus Aldridge, Hollis-Jefferson, all safe across the board. Think all of them can have huge games there. And for my 5th and final play, we're going to go with De'Aaron Fox. Swiper the Fox, as they like to call him, because he's quick as lightning at 5,200. Going against Orlando. A great matchup here going against Elfrid Payton. 2 of the guys with the weirdest hair in the whole entire NBA. Fox has kind of changed his hair. Like, before it was like up like a porcupine, but now it's like droopy like nowadays. I don't know, like that was last time I saw him. It could be changed by now, but him and Elfrid Payton, definitely some weird guys. But in this matchup at 5,200, I think he'll be able to get it done. They are in a back-to-back as well, so that kind of favors the younger guy. I think in this back-to-back, they probably will go to him a bit more. in this game. And he's been playing very well recently. 32 DraftKings points, 28 the last 2 games, and he's finally getting some consistent minutes, over 30 the last 3 games, and solid minutes before that as well. So I like him a lot in this matchup against Orlando. 5,200. Orlando plays at a faster pace, so that will favor De'Aaron Fox as well, the guy that is quick as lightning. It reminds me of John Wall when he just goes coast to coast. So I like him a lot in this spot. Lock him in there. So that's the top 5. You got De'Aaron Fox, Aaron Gordon, Michael Beasley, LaMarcus Aldridge, and Hollis-Jefferson. Solid across the board. 5,400 remaining per player. And for my dollar tree play of the day, we're going to go with Dejounte Murray. Not much of a dollar tree play of the day, but there aren't as many cheap guys, like really cheap guys that I feel comfortable recommending at the moment. But Dejounte Murray, I feel great about him. 4,600 going against the Cavs, against Isaiah Thomas, who is definitely not known for his defense. And Murray moved into the starting lineup last game against Indiana, and he got 28 minutes. Great to see. And they're saying that he should be in the starting lineup for the foreseeable future, probably the rest of the year, honestly. So I think he should be getting solid minutes as long as he doesn't poop his pants in this matchup. Should be able to get around 28 minutes yet again. And definitely a good matchup against Cleveland, like I mentioned, with Isaiah Thomas, a guy that can fill it up in multiple categories. We saw Russell Westbrook go absolutely insane against Isaiah Thomas last game, scored like 20 points, got 20 assists, 9 rebounds. So Murray, similar in the sense that he fills it up in those categories. Hopefully he can do something similar to Russell Westbrook, but I like the matchup, like I said, some more minutes in the starting lineup, so I like him a lot. Lock him in there. So you got some solid money remaining. 5,800 remaining per player with all those plays. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely drop a like on the video if you did. Let's try to keep the likes rolling, guys. I hope you liked the video, and I hope you ran out some of those good plays from yesterday. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. So yeah. Good luck, guys, tonight in this 5-game slate. It shouldn't be nearly as high scoring as it was last night. A crazy night with DeMarcus Cousins going for like 100 DraftKings points. Didn't see that one coming, but we're back here again. Hopefully, we can avoid some migraines from one of these players tonight. Good luck tonight. We'll see you back here tomorrow. I just said tonight like 50 times.